Welcome to Sage Souls, a sanctuary for seekers on the path of self-discovery. We're your companions on this enlightening journey. We delve into transformative topics, pushing you beyond comfort zones. From the shadowy corners of our psyche to spiritual awakenings, we explore it all. To join our community, like this video, share it, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for updates. Today, we begin with an exploration of self-reflection and its significance in our lives. So take deep breath, open your heart and mind, and let's dive into the journey of self-discovery together. Have you ever asked yourself who you truly are beyond the surface, beyond the roles you play in society? This question might seem simple at face value, yet it's the gateway to a journey of profound self-discovery. It's the first step into the depths of self-reflection, a realm where you confront your fears, acknowledge your desires, and embrace your authentic self. Self-reflection is the mirror to our soul. It is the process of introspection that allows us to delve deep within ourselves, to understand our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's a crucial part of spiritual growth and personal development. By unmasking our truths and confronting our shadows, we begin to see a clearer reflection of who we are, shedding light on the aspects of ourselves we often neglect or deny. In our quest for self-understanding, we often encounter two profound methods of self-reflection: shadow work and the dark night of the soul. These are not mere concepts, but transformative experiences that hold the potential to reshape our understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Shadow work is the process of acknowledging and understanding our darker side, the aspects of our personality that we keep hidden from the world and even from ourselves. It's about embracing the totality of who we are, the light and the dark, and integrating these aspects into a harmonious whole. On the other hand, the dark night of the soul refers to a period of spiritual crisis, where one feels a deep sense of loneliness, despair, and disconnection from the world. It's a challenging phase, yet it serves as a catalyst for profound spiritual awakening and transformation. Understanding these concepts is like holding a compass in the wilderness of self-reflection. They guide us through the labyrinth of our inner world, helping us navigate our spiritual journey with more clarity and purpose. Today, we embark on a journey to explore these two profound concepts: shadow work and the dark night of the soul. So, buckle up, open your mind, and prepare to plunge into the depths of your soul. Shadow work, a term coined by Carl Jung, is a journey you undertake to meet your shadow self. This is an invitation to delve into the depths of your subconscious, to confront those parts of you that might be hidden, suppressed, or denied. Imagine an iceberg. What we see on the surface, the conscious self, is only a fraction of our true self. Beneath the waterline lies the shadow self, formed by the aspects of our personality that we often choose to hide or deny. These can be traits we consider negative, unacceptable, or unlovable. They are parts of ourselves that we've disowned, perhaps because of societal norms, personal fears, or past traumas. The shadow self isn't inherently bad, though. It's a reservoir of untapped potential, creative energy, and even strengths we've overlooked. However, when ignored or suppressed, it can manifest in ways that disrupt our lives and relationships. It might surface as irrational fears, self-sabotaging behaviors, or uncontrolled emotional outbursts. So, how do we integrate this shadow self? This is where shadow work comes into play. It's a process of self-discovery and self-acceptance. It involves peeling back the layers of our psyche, acknowledging our shadow aspects, understanding why they exist, and learning how to embrace them. The process of shadow work isn't always comfortable. It requires courage to face our hidden selves, to confront our fears, and to challenge our deeply ingrained beliefs. Yet, it's a profoundly transformative journey. It allows us to reclaim our wholeness, to heal past wounds, and to cultivate a more authentic, integrated self. The benefits of shadow work are far-reaching. It can lead to a heightened sense of self-awareness, improved relationships, and a greater capacity for empathy and compassion. It can also foster personal growth, enhance creativity, and facilitate a deeper connection with our spiritual selves. Shadow work can be pursued through various methods. Some may choose therapy, journaling, meditation, or dream analysis. Others might opt for artistic expression, movement practices, or guided visualizations. The key is to find a method that resonates with you, one that allows you to safely and constructively explore your shadow self. In this exploration, patience and kindness towards oneself are essential. It's a journey that unfolds over time, not an overnight transformation. Remember, it's about acceptance and integration, not eradication. It's about learning to dance with your shadow, not defeating it. Shadow work, then, is a journey of self-discovery, a path to embrace and integrate all parts of ourselves. It's an invitation to plunge into the depths of your being, to shine a light on your shadows, and to emerge not as a new person, but as a more authentic, more whole, and more vibrant version of your true self. The dark night of the soul, a term first used by St. John of the Cross, is a spiritual crisis that leads to profound transformation. This phrase encapsulates a profound spiritual journey that many may encounter on their path to self-discovery and connection with the divine. Imagine yourself in a dense forest, the moon obscured by thick clouds, and you're trying to find your way through the trees. This is akin to the dark night of the soul, a time of deep spiritual crisis marked by feelings of desolation, disconnection, and profound confusion. It's as if all the light that once illuminated your spiritual path has suddenly vanished, leaving you to navigate through the darkness. Now, don't mistake this for mere melancholy or a period of bad luck. The dark night of the soul is not a temporary state of mind or a phase of life that will pass with time. It's a transformative journey that shakes the very core of your being, leading to profound growth and rebirth. Symptoms of this spiritual crisis can vary greatly from person to person. Some may feel an overwhelming sense of loss or emptiness, while others may experience a profound longing for something that seems just beyond their reach. There might be a nagging doubt about everything once held true, or a sense of disconnection from the divine. But why, you might ask, would anyone willingly walk this path of spiritual crisis? Well, as paradoxical as it may sound, it's within this darkness that the greatest transformations occur. The dark night of the soul serves as a spiritual forge, where the ego is melted down, and the authentic self begins to take shape. It's a process of purification, a stripping away of all that is not in alignment with your truest, highest self. In this crucible of transformation, deep-seated fears, outdated beliefs, and old patterns are brought to the surface, confronted, and ultimately released. It's a process that demands courage, honesty, and a willingness to face the unknown. Indeed, the dark night of the soul can be a deeply challenging and uncomfortable journey. Yet it's through traversing this darkness that one finds a deeper connection with the divine, a stronger sense of self, and a newfound clarity of purpose. In essence, the dark night of the soul is a journey towards light. It's a process of spiritual rebirth, a profound transition from an ego-driven existence to a life of deeper meaning, rooted in the divine. So if you find yourself in the midst of a spiritual crisis, remember, it's not a punishment or a sign of failure. It's a call to transformation, an invitation to shed the old and embrace the new, to step into a more authentic and spiritually connected version of yourself. The dark night of the soul is a journey of spiritual rebirth, a path to discover a deeper connection with the divine. Shadow work and the dark night of the soul, although similar, are two distinct paths to self-awareness and spiritual growth. As we delve into the intricacies of these two profound experiences, it's essential to understand that while they may overlap in certain areas, their processes, purpose, and outcomes are quite different. Shadow work is a conscious journey we choose to embark on, to confront and heal the unexplored parts of our psyche. It's like venturing into a forgotten room in a house filled with objects covered in dust. Each object signifies a different aspect of our shadow self, be it our suppressed emotions, fears, or past traumas. We consciously choose to uncover these objects, dust them off, and acknowledge their existence. This process is often facilitated through various therapeutic techniques, such as journaling, meditation, or guided imagery. On the other hand, the dark night of the soul is not a path we consciously choose. It is a spiritual crisis that chooses us, usually triggered by a significant life event or a profound existential questioning. It's like finding ourselves lost in a dense, dark forest, with no clue of how we got there or how we can find our way out. This disorientation and despair are the hallmarks of the dark night experience. The purpose of shadow work is to attain wholeness by integrating our shadow self with our conscious self. It's about accepting and embracing all parts of ourselves, even those we'd rather ignore or reject. This integration leads to a greater sense of self-awareness, self-acceptance, and personal growth. It's akin to turning on the lights in that dusty room, allowing us to see and appreciate the beauty in each object, no matter how neglected or forgotten. The dark night of the soul, however, aims to shatter our existing belief systems and ego constructs. It forces us to question everything we thought we knew about ourselves and the world around us. This process, though painful and disorienting, ultimately leads to a profound spiritual awakening and a deeper connection to the divine or universal energy. It's like finally finding a clearing in the forest, where we can see the stars for the first time, feeling an overwhelming sense of awe and connectedness. The outcomes of these two paths, while different, are both transformative. Shadow work, through its process of self-exploration and integration, empowers us to live more authentically and compassionately. It enables us to understand and manage our reactions, fostering healthier relationships with ourselves and others. The dark night of the soul, on the other hand, often results in a radical shift in our perception of reality. It leads to a deep sense of peace, a renewed sense of purpose, and a profound understanding of our place in the universe. It's like coming out of the forest, forever changed by the experience, with a new appreciation for the beauty and mystery of life. In essence, both shadow work and the dark night of the soul are transformative journeys that lead us towards greater self-awareness and spiritual growth. However, while shadow work is a conscious exploration and integration of our shadow self, the dark night of the soul is an involuntary spiritual crisis leading to a profound spiritual awakening. While both paths lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe, they offer unique experiences and insights. Both shadow work and the dark night of the soul are paths to self-discovery and spiritual growth. These transformative processes, though different in their approach, serve a common purpose: to guide us towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Let's revisit the essence of shadow work, a practice that encourages us to confront and integrate the darker, unacknowledged aspects of our personality. It's about facing our hidden fears, suppressed emotions, and past traumas, and embracing them as integral parts of our identity. This is not an easy task, for it requires immense courage and honesty. Yet it's a journey worth undertaking, for it leads to self-acceptance, healing, and personal growth. The dark night of the soul, on the other hand, is an involuntary spiritual crisis, often triggered by a profound life event. It's a phase of deep despair and spiritual disorientation, where old beliefs crumble, and the world as we know it seems to lose its meaning. But remember, it's within this darkness that the soul finds its true light. It's a process of spiritual maturation, of shedding old skins and birthing a new, authentic self. The distinction between these two paths lies not only in their nature, voluntary and self-directed versus involuntary and externally triggered, but also in their focus. Shadow work is predominantly psychological, focusing on the integration of personal unconscious material. The dark night of the soul, however, is primarily spiritual, involving a radical shift in consciousness and a profound reorientation of one's life. But why is this distinction important? Because understanding these concepts and recognizing their unique characteristics can help us navigate our personal spiritual journey more effectively. We might find ourselves drawn to shadow work, ready to confront and integrate our hidden aspects. Or we might be thrust into the dark night of the soul, finding ourselves in the midst of a spiritual crisis that calls for surrender and faith. Recognizing where we are on our journey allows us to approach our experiences with awareness and intention. The importance of self-reflection in both these processes cannot be overstated. It's through self-reflection that we gain insight into our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It's through self-reflection that we come to understand our shadows, our light, and everything in between. And it's through self-reflection that we grow and evolve, becoming more in tune with our authentic selves. Remember, the journey to self-discovery is a personal one. Whether you choose to undertake shadow work, experience the dark night of the soul, or follow another path entirely, the goal remains the same: to understand yourself better, to grow, to evolve, and to realize your full potential. So as you continue on your spiritual journey, Remember to be kind to yourself, to be patient, to embrace the journey with an open heart and mind, and as always, stay saged. After all, it's not about the destination but the journey itself.